If your bedroom needs a refresh, grab some felt furniture pads and some essential oil in your favorite scent. Just a few drops is all you need. After placing the felt pad in the corner of your drawer, your clothes will smell fantastic and it'll overflow into the rest of the room. You can also add essential oil to a handful of cotton balls and spread them on your mattress. After a few minutes, you can vacuum them up for a deep clean that leaves lasting scent. Use your essential oil one more time and add it to a mix of distilled white vinegar and water. This cleaning mixture is not only great for wiping down your nightstands, it'll also help repel dust. And if you want to update the look of your bedroom too, start with a throw blanket. Fold down about a foot on one end, then flip it over so the folded section is facing away from you. Fold the blanket in thirds from each side, then fold it from the bottom 3 times. Once that's done, you should be left with this pocket on the underside. Reach into the pocket and grab a corner, hold on tight, and feed it through the pocket. Tuck all your edges in neatly, and you've just turned a throw blanket into a cute accent pillow. You could use this to decorate your bed like I did, but it would also work as an easy way to store blankets in a linen closet. And while my nightstands were a little too small for this next hack, I had to show you how any large vase can instantly become a new base for your lamp. No rewiring necessary. Just set your existing lamp inside the vase, and once you get tired of it or just want a new look, swap out your vase.
I grabbed some thrifted sheets to make this bedroom look for less. I trimmed and sewed 2 different thrifted flat sheets together and left about a 2 to 3 foot opening at the bottom. I stuffed a folded piece of foam inside and then folded it over a headboard. I used hot glue to secure some ties to either side and tied both ends in cute bows, and now I have the easiest DIY fabric headboard that you've ever seen. But wait, there's more. It's reversible. What side do you like best? I hope this inspired you to create your own fabric headboard.
The next time you're at the home improvement store, be sure to grab a couple of wooden crates. To start my project, I want to stain the wood a darker, richer color. I'm going to use some brown milk paint to paint both of the crates inside and out. This darker color really makes the crates look older and more expensive than they really were. Now that both crates are fully painted, I'm going to leave them to dry. Now to give the crates a farmhouse feel. I'm going to use a chip brush, which is a really loose brush, with some white paint to cover the crates. I don't want to cover the wood completely so that it looks worn and old. I'm going to leave the paint to dry, and we'll see if I want to add more after it's done. With the paint dry, I could leave the crates as they are, but I'm going to add a little bit more white paint so that I see a little bit less of that brown. I want to still see the brown peeking through, I just want it a little more white. My crates are ready to go now, and it's time to attach the legs to the bottom of one of the crates. Actually, what was the side of the crate. I'm going to use some reclaimed legs that I found, but you could also pick up some new ones from your home improvement store as well. I'm going to attach all 4 this way, and then I'll show you what they look like. So now that all 4 legs are attached, I want to paint the legs with the same white paint so that they blend in a little better. You could leave them as they are, but I just want them to kind of blend and not stick out so much. To make the top of my piece solid now, I've grabbed this old cutting board that I had happened to find one time, and it's just the perfect size. So I'm going to paint it the same creamy white that I painted the crates. The last thing I need to do is attach the crates to each other. You can use screws to do this, but since the wood in the slats in the crates that I have is fairly thin, I'm just going to use some wood glue to kind of tack them together. I hope this has inspired you to grab a couple of plain wooden crates and turn them into a beautiful farmhouse style bedside table. It's such a fun way to make a new piece of furniture and very inexpensive.
No storage on the side of your bed. Your phone, books, and random stuff just end up on the floor. And it gets messy, fast. But this super simple DIY turns a basic over-the-door hanger into the perfect bedside storage solution in minutes. Start with one of those fabric over-the-door organizers and cut it in half so you now have 2 smaller organizers to work with. Next, grab some ribbon. You're going to weave the ribbon through the holes at the top where the hooks used to go. Then tie each side with a simple knot. Slide the organizer under your mattress or bed frame. Then tie the ribbon tightly underneath so it stays put. Now it hangs perfectly off the side of your bed, giving you instant pockets for your phone, remote, books, or anything you want within reach.
Do you have a bed with no frame? Do you need more storage space in your bedroom? Well, let's make a platform bed with storage. Let's start with the storage part of this project. I purchased a 3-cube storage unit and put it together in 10 minutes. Now for the bed frame. I painted 2 1x12-inch pieces of pine to use at the sides of the frame. I needed something to elevate the mattress, so using 2x4s, I cut to size and used a Craig jig to make 2 U legs. I placed them at the head of the bed and in the middle of the bed. I laid a piece of 3/4-inch plywood on top of the U legs and screwed them into the plywood. I placed a storage unit at the foot of the bed and screwed that into the plywood. The painted 1x12s were attached to the U legs using brads. I then laid a 1x2 beside the plywood on the top and overhung the 1x12s and nailed them in place. Then I laid a 1x6 on top to hide the seam and nailed that in place. After the entire bed was done, I painted everything white. At the foot of the bed, the storage unit wasn't as wide as the actual bed, and there were gaps on either side. So to close those gaps, I used 2 1x2s as a frame, and then I nailed another 1x2 along the side and a 1x12 to cover the gap. I then nailed another 1x2 at the top to finish. After that, everything was painted white. Now that the bed frame was complete, it was time to make the headboard. I had a piece of 1/2-inch plywood cut to size. I measured and cut 1x4-inch pine to frame the plywood. I just nailed those in place. I added 1x2-inch pine to each side and then a 1x4-inch piece of pine at the top. The headboard was then painted white. Once the paint was dry, I added 1x2 to either side and screwed them fast to the 2x4 U legs underneath the bed. Although this project has a lot of pieces, it was so easy to make. I hope this inspires you to elevate your bed to the next level.